A quick and easy recipe tonight, y'all. I'm going to make Chicken Alfredo Monkey Bread. This is a great recipe to use up leftovers if you have them and make it any flavor you really want to do. So I've got my biscuits and Italian seasoning and 3 onion. I love that seasoning. I've got some Alfredo sauce. I used our coarse grater to shred my mozzarella cheese, and then I used the fine grater to get that beautiful Parmesan cheese. So I always try to have chicken in the freezer already cooked and cut up and ready to go. So that's going to make it go even quicker. And I am halving this recipe tonight. So I'm going to bake it in our mini fluted cake pan. This is the smaller one, and I'm actually going to cook it in the air fryer. This will fit in your air fryer. This is the regular large fluted cake pan that I would normally use if I am making this whole recipe. So let's put this deliciousness together and show you how easy it is. Okay, I'm going to be using butter flavored biscuits, and you just want to cut them in quarters. And I left a couple here just so you can see what I did. I just take my utility knife and cut them in half, and then cut that in half again, so you get 4 pieces. Just that easy. So using the measure all cup, I'm going to pop in that Alfredo sauce. Y'all know I love this tool. That ends for solid or dry. This ends for liquids. So then just gently mix your chicken and your Alfredo sauce. And remember, my chicken is already cooked. Get it coated well with all that delicious sauce. So y'all, this new Gouda seasoning is amazing. Look at all that flavor. So in the melted butter, I'm going to add a teaspoon of that, some Italian seasoning, and you know my favorite 3 onion is going in there as well. And then just toss those around in that melted butter. And we're going to add our shredded cheese. I like to put a little bit of the cheese in the bottom of my pan first, and then the rest of it goes in that butter mixture. Mix that in, and then we're going to be adding our biscuits in. Once you get those in, just toss them around gently and try to get them coated as good as possible. And I normally don't take them out of the pan, but I want you to see all that seasoning and flavor. I could eat them just baked just like this, and I do sometimes. It's delicious. So now all we have to do is put the biscuits in the bottom. And remember, I'm doing half of the recipe tonight, but you would do the same in the full size. So now that I've got the biscuits in the bottom, I'll use the medium scoop, which is 2 tablespoons, and go around and put my chicken Alfredo mixture. All that is done. So lastly, I have 1 layer of biscuits to go on top. Now, if I was doing the bigger version, the full size version, I would probably have 3 layers, but you always want to end with your biscuits being on top. I did it smaller so I could cook it in the air fryer tonight. So in the air fryer it goes, and I'm going to use the bake setting, and our bake setting automatically defaults to 350 degrees. So I'm going to set it for 20 minutes and cook it. It is all done, and I have let it cool enough that I can invert it for you. So let's invert this baby, and y'all look how clean this bakeware comes out. I can't brag enough on our bakeware. Okay, it is all done, and how easy was that? And I just made half of this recipe. So you can see we have the layer of biscuits that was on the top, now they're on the bottom. And then I did all the Alfredo chicken mixture in the middle, and another, woo, Lord y'all, I would have cried if I dropped it. Another layer of biscuits on top. I'm gonna sit that plate down. It's still hot. Let me get my hands washed. Okay, it's still a little bit warm, but I wanted you to see it. I fixed us a salad to go with it while it was cooking. You just can't beat a delicious salad, and that's another clean out the fridge thing that we like to do. Just whatever veggies or you have left in there, just go ahead and chop them all up and make you a salad. So I'm going to see, let me move this rack out of the way. See if I can cut into it so you can see. And again, after the holidays, if you have leftover turkey or a Christmas or ham, anytime you have meats left over, you can freeze them if you don't want to use something right away, and they'll be cooked and ready to go for something like this. Or you can just use them the next day or so. Whoa, y'all, I am clumsy. I'm hungry for one thing. You see that? I'm gonna go ahead and put it on this plate. Let you see the inside of this ring. It's too hot for me to try to bite right now. Sometimes I'll get somebody to comment and say, why don't you taste of it? And sometimes I do taste of things, but most of the time it's hot. And from the South, we just like to wait and eat together. So my husband has just come in, so I'll fix his plate too, and we'll sit down and eat together. So quick and easy, and I will share the recipe in the comments. I will tell you, I did this one in the air fryer. I typically do the full recipe that I'm going to share with you and bake it in the oven. And when the air fryer beeped that it was cooked halfway through, I raised it to the middle rack level instead of the bottom. And the top of those biscuits got a little browner than they would have if they were in the oven. But you can see that the bottoms, they were just perfect. So it's going to be delicious. And y'all can look for the recipe in the comments. Thanks. Y'all have a great night. Bye-bye.